Leadership programs are pretty much in every city in the country. The leadership programs scaled in the country from anchors in the chamber programs. So really it goes back to 1962 is really when this started to surface. That was when there was the first direct flight from Paris into Atlanta. So about 110 Parisians flew over, big celebration for the first international direct flight. And then the next leg of the trip took 106 leaders from the Atlanta community. Business leaders, chamber leaders, elected officials, civic leaders, volunteers, and the plane crashed in Paris and we lost 106 folks in that plane wreck. Atlanta talked about the fact that that put their city behind about 4 to 6 years in leadership. So really that's when the leadership programs in the country scaled. Atlanta really scaled up saying that we need to ensure business leaders, nonprofit leaders, and elected officials or civic leaders have all engaged together around community issues. Leadership programs, and Leadership Austin specifically, leans first with relationships. Relationships happened at the closest level of where I find my community. So we are extremely supportive of all the chambers for two things. First, folks find themselves in their community, and that community of gathering together really resonates with us as an organization. The second piece is that all of the chambers are working very tightly in the economic engine of this region. We would not be able to have some of the conversations we need and are having in this community if we did not have the business economic muscle that occurs across all chambers in our community. We have a robust economy. Is it equal for all? Not yet. But we are having an opportunity with a strong business climate to be able to have some of the conversations because all the chambers are working together so well, and we're bringing that business muscle which is needed to make sure that the labor and the workforce happens in this community. I think in some of the more traditional days, and it was even before my time, there was some things done in the bank building, back office room, and then the jobs were announced. I don't think the economy works that way anymore. I don't think businesses work that way anymore. What happened with Amazon and when they were looking for their second headquarters and they bypassed all structures and just went to communities, our response, our approach, our participation with all the various chambers participating in what it looks like to recruit businesses, I think is of huge value because we're looking at it from multiple lenses, and with the diversity of our community, that's the way it needs to be looked at. So I think that's very critical. Our ability to have the diversity amongst our chambers is, I think, a competitive advantage for what we're looking at in our region. I think it's critical that these chambers are a place where I feel I'm seen, I feel I'm heard, as well as I think the buying power of us as consumers is changing. We say buy local, we say buy Austin, but sometimes I don't know what that means. And in the different structures of chambers, I think we are supporting each other in a different way. We're following a lot of the research out of the University of Texas. Their premise is to focus on 4 things, and the 4 things are, do I feel socially connected where I work? Is it discussed where I work that what happens to our employees or our customers, it's important to us as a business. So social connectedness, that where I work, there's some values about our community. The second area is social connectedness at home. Do I know my neighbors? Do we talk about community issues at the dinner table? The third one is, when I do have free time, where do I choose to give it? So where am I putting my investment of volunteerism in? And then the fourth thing they measure is, have any of those 3 issues ever caused you to have a strong enough opinion to contact one of your elected officials? They're saying if you get that much resonance in someone, the likelihood of them engaging in the voting process skyrockets. And that's where we have some wins, but we also have a lot of work to do to make sure that we're all feeling connected, that this is the fabric of our community.